How about another round for Brewsday Tuesday? Here is DreZ and Huck.
Oh, we're here already.
Here we is.
See that? It just missed the microphone.
Well, remember like last week, you said you didn't like the quantity. I took it out.
Oh, good.
No, I'm just kidding. I guess
didn't listen.
I don't know how. Somebody wants to hit that button. Usually they rotate. So either way, it is Brewsday Tuesday. My name is DreZ. We have Huck from Huck's Beer Buzz with us in studio, brightening some very nice beers. These are you brought us some what's the word I'm looking for?
Nana boo boo.
No, well, we already did. Like gems. These are nice, like rarities, if you will. And although that last one wasn't so nice, and you tried it over the break, you're with me on that one, right? That. And
I was pretty careful about bringing it back cold.
Little Kitty Boy's day off wasn't fantastic.
Yeah,
something's not quite right with it.
Little Kitty Boy needs another day off.
All right, well, we're going to give the Veil another shot. I am trying still. What does this say? Still Stroining?
I can't remember.
I can't read it. It's a weird font.
Yeah. But while you're trying to read that,
either way, it's 8%, so I'm liking it already. Oh, and I'm spilling. Oh boy.
This is like. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It's upside down. It's like bros.
Oh yeah, that's right. They put
night.
They put the label on upside down.
Well, the people are right side up, but I think they mean that they're going to sleep because they're drinking it. Because I think it might be a big one as well. I have to change from my sunglasses to my reading glasses.
Oh boy.
Recycle or die. Keep cold. Drink today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Double dry hopped Indy Pale Ale. 9? I think it's a 9. You're going to have to help me out. My eyes are still weak.
All right.
9%? 9% by volume?
9% ABV. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you saved the big boys for this round, which is cool.
Well, I always try to save the best for last.
All right, fair enough. Well, this one smells good.
Yeah.
All over my counter that I just spilled it on.
You can get to share it with your fellow radio personalities.
Oh, man. Look at how thick this is.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
This looks like egg yolk.
These beers are brothers.
Dude, look at that, man. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I do love the look of that beer. That's a beautiful thing right there.
So this beer is like, it's dry in my mouth, like the yeast and the alcohol. But, you're not getting 9%, I get no heat. This beer is good. I think we might have found the ones we're looking for. These are the beers we were looking for.
Okay, this is not good. My phone is not on.
My phone is not working.
My phone, you should take a picture of it, and my phone is not on.
Well, I'll take a picture of your phone if you want.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Anywho, I digress. So, what else? What else do we want to talk about in regards to the Veil? What's the skinny?
Well, the thing is. And we've talked quite a bit about the Veil. The guy's good with his beer. He sees what's going on. Actually, got a t-shirt.
Would you say that the Veil is the Damascus of Northern Virginia?
Yeah, of Richmond.
Well, yeah, because Richmond's not really Northern Virginia.
Yeah, I think I'm going to Northern Virginia for the Beer Bloggers Conference next year, and we will determine what's up there at that point. There's other good breweries. Let me just say that.
But I meant not so much like quality, but like you were saying, how it's one guy that wants to keep his hand on the pulse.
Yeah, I would say that.
And control quality, control the quality, not selling out, that sort of spectrum.
But he is kind of.
Although,
Damascus is not working that hard. He's doing what he wants to do. This guy's working really hard. And he's putting out, he is like Damascus, putting out a lot of beers. I had 12 beers, I think, on tap when I was there.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. 12, and he sells out everything. So the guy's working his butt up.
He's doing something right.
Was that restaurant from? Never
mind. Last week. Anywho, yeah, we don't want to bring that up. Heard enough about that.
But in Richmond, you got Ardent nearby. Hardywood's around there. There's one called Strange Ways, kind of like a Grateful Dead motif.
Oh, isn't that strange? And I'm sure they were there after.
No, I think a lot of them were before. Hardywood definitely was before.
No, but yeah, dude, Richmond has a lot of stuff going for them, man. There's that's everywhere in Virginia now.
Yeah,
Virginia breweries that keep popping up, and I keep allowing it because you know what? The more the merrier.
I got no problem either. But Richmond, though,
eventually the bubble's going to pop.
I think it's going to be a while.
You think?
Kind of like that Bitcoin. Well, it's not good.
No, well, I'm thinking people. Oh, it's a great idea. Let's do a brewery, but you have to have good beer to stay competitive because there's so many different.
pre-Prohibition, we had 4,400 breweries in the country, and we had 80 million people. So now we have 350 million people. So we should be able to have 12,000 breweries, because the new model is going to be, whatever InBev bought that people may buy because it's on the football show, and then you're gonna have regionals like or more than regionals like Sam Adams, and we got the ones coming here, Oscar Blues, Dogfish Head's pretty big, and you're gonna have smaller regionals like Star Hill, and then you're gonna have a brew pub. Every town's gonna have one. Some are gonna have several, even the little towns. I mean, Radford doesn't have one in town, but has one right outside town. It's going to have one in town. I think somebody's building one, actually.
Wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Blacksburg's up to about 3 or 4 now, and a couple more on the drawing board.
Really? Who else is popping up in Blacksburg?
You got Bull and Bones, you got Lefties, you got Rising Silo.
Yeah, I didn't even really think about it, but you're right.
There's another one, but who knows?
Those are the 3 that obviously I'm aware of, but I didn't. You're right. They keep popping up. They keep popping up, and you don't even realize it.
Waynesboro, Virginia, where I'm from, it's got 2. I'm like,
if Waynesboro, Virginia has 2.
Waynesboro has 2. There's, I just think it's the thing.
Well, and I'm fine with it, dude. I think the more the merrier, like you said.
But like you say, not everybody's making this quality beer.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Is people are gonna do it to do it, because it seems like the thing.
And I will say,
and if you don't bring the beer to back it up, you're gonna be losing money.
I had a conversation on the internet the other day that I'm going to bring out here. Never do that, but here I am. Guy said something about this brewery that people were complaining the beer wasn't that good, and I said, I catch a lot of grief because I'll go in a place and I'll drink the beer, and I'll say, hey, your beer's okay. It's a 3.5, it's a 3.75. And a lot of times, a small brewery, the owner may be there, he may be on the internet, and he'll come over and say something to me, right? And I'll say, look, dude, you can't make good beer in a year. I mean, unless you're like, Mitch Steele from Stone that's opened a brewery in Richmond or that's in Atlanta.
True.
He's going to make good beer. But
there's a learning curve,
right?
So unless you're defecting and starting your own process, there's definitely a learning process.
If you're making 20-gallon batches and you go to 2,000-gallon batches, let me tell you something. It's not that easy.
No,
and it's going to take some time. Now, the point is that this guy's worst beer is a lot of these guys' best beers. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there.
That's very true. That's very true.
We were giving his beer a hard time. It was a 3.75. That's his worst beer that we found yet. We were like, we haven't seen anything under a 4. And I go to most breweries, and most things are under a 4.
That's true.
So we are seeing a level of hoppiness here.
You're right. And it's funny because I was thinking, after we talked on the last round that I was maybe being a little too harsh, but then you agreed with me, man.
Yeah, I tasted that beer.
Wasn't great.
No.
Which, like you said, you can't hit a home run every time. I mean, especially when you're making as many different beers as the Veil is.
Yeah, it was a previous week's beer that not everybody bought. And threw it in my 6-pack.
There you go. Yeah.
4-pack.
Either way, I still like the Veil. Let's go ahead and untap them, man. What are you thinking about this one that I can't remember because the label's flipped over?
Yeah, it's Bros, Night. And,
Bros, Night.
Yeah, and I think at 9%.
Oh, here.
It might be Huck, Night.
If I can't read this, I'm guessing you won't be able to.
Well, if I put my
Give it a shot.
Let me put my other glasses on.
Yeah, put your glasses on and tell me if you can figure that out.
Actually, I remember it from before, maybe.
Well,
Still striving.
Still striving.
See, striving from the boy day off.
Oh, that's what it is. The V, it's so close it looks like an O. That threw me off. Still striving. Definitely.
So this beer is definitely better than previous beers, but still not that 5 we're looking for.
The look of it, man. That just looks like, that just shouts good craft beer.
But because of the high bar we're putting on this guy, 4.75. It's really, really close though.
It's close.
He had one that they weren't selling in cans. He had 2 they weren't selling in cans when I was there that I gave 5 to. You go back and Untapped. There were 2 beers he had that I drank. The first 2 I drank, double IPA and a pale ale, I think was the second one. Fabulous beers.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Still Striving over here, this is the Veil that I'm used to, man.
Yeah.
Look at that beer.
Yeah, I know, it looks great.
By the way, we do film and post on YouTube, so when we say look at that beer, you can actually look at it if you do hop on there. I know it's radio, but I mean, it's such a thick yellow hue. It's like egg yolks.
It is. It's such a light color.
It's a cloudy egg yolk, man. It is a thing of beauty. This is a double IPA, by the way. 8% by 8% ABV by volume. By the way that we like to rate our beers is the Untapped score. I know I didn't do this whole little spiel. It's a free app, and they don't pay us to say it, but it is a free app. Working on that. Free app. It's very handy. You download it. You get to drink beers. You get to untap them. That's what you do. DreZ Drinks is my handle. Huck's Beer Buzz is his. Can you tell I haven't had lunch today? I'm enjoying these beers more than normal.
It's going south.
But this is the Veil that I'm used to right here, man. Still striving. I'm gonna take one more sip. I mean, it's a double IPA. It's hoppy. It's delicious. You're making fun of me.
I am.
Clearly, I'm feeling good.
So if you go to the Veil, just keep in mind that there's 2 lines because it's going to be a packed. You're going to go in there, and one line's for beer, like in a glass, and the other line's for buying the beer. So if you think they're going to run out, like you get there at 6 o'clock on a Tuesday, they're going to run out. Get in the beer line first to buy the beer. Then go get you a glass. And actually, if you're in the beer line buying a bunch of beer and you go, hey, could I get a glass of that? They're cool. I'm just going to say. They're nice. They're real nice there. It's a real great
good.
place.
That's good input.
Yeah.
475 over here, too, as well.
All right.
Good beers.
Good beers.
The Veil.
Good beers.
So, Huck.
Yo.
Next week
Yes.
is Thanksgiving.
Oh, man.
Now, while Thanksgiving, of course, doesn't land on a Tuesday, I still feel like we should celebrate.
Well, what we did last year was a lot of fun.
Are we doing something like that again?
Yeah, I think we could bring in the lovely Whitney.
And she'll make us some food. And we'll do some
buy
pairings.
us somewhere, yeah.
Some Thanksgiving pairings to let people know what maybe beer they should get to pair with their Thanksgiving food.
Or that they can just be jealous of what we did.
That sounds good, too.
I can't help them.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Of course, as always, Huck, I appreciate you coming in. We will take a quick break, and we'll get back to the tunes right here on 105.3 The Bear. Stick around.